Hello crafters, and welcome to Wow Cards in Minutes. This is Creative Moments by G, and I'm G, and we are so happy to be here tonight. Now I say we because, and like I always say, my nose itches as soon as I go live. I don't know what that's about, but I say we because Marty, my sister, is over in the chat room, and I see her just chatting up a storm with everyone. We are so excited to have everyone here. Now, I know I'm going to miss somebody, but I would like to take a moment away from our wow cards that we're going to make tonight and just say hello to a bunch of people. Let's see, we have Diane, and we have Carol, we have Judy, we have Leanne. We have Marlene. She's a first timer with us tonight. Everybody say, welcome, Marlene. Marlene, you're coming into the best crafting family in card making history, I think. We have the sweetest friends here. We have Pam, we have Kathy, we have Mary, we have Gail, we have Robert, Brian, Giovanna, we have Sherry, we have Carol, we have Mary, Debbie, Sheila, Laurie, Shirley, Connie, Linda. We have so many people. Well, we have a great show for you planned tonight. You know, we all need a quick card in our back pocket, or should I say craft box, right? That we can make easily, but we want it to be impressive. We always want our cards to be impressive, right? Not even if they look, or not look easy, but even if they were easy to create, we want them to appear like you guys spent hours and hours and hours. Well, that's what we're gonna do tonight. We have two cards we're gonna make with you. We have Gail, we have Stella. We're gonna play games. What else are we gonna do? We're gonna chat with our wonderful community. I'm just kind of waiting. I just received the faux step card today. Sandy, I tell you what, y'all, we had a little accident with Sandy's card. There wasn't enough postage on it, and so it got sent back to us, and she wondered, where is my card? Well, we had to resend it. So, Sandy, I'm so happy that you made it. So I guess we are live. Y'all tell me. Y'all start saying, hey, you're live, you're live. You have to remember, I'm looking at it from an iPad, and I have a very tiny little window that I'm looking at, so I really don't know. I'm just going to keep talking and talking. But for those of you that are new, my sister Marty is over in the chat room talking. We're on this crafting journey together. We are just having so much fun working with y'all. We have, Chanel's there. Oh, good, great. We have Pam. Let's see. Gail Boyd, where do you live in Georgia? Let's see. Hey, so we're just kind of waiting. I'm just kind of scrolling down. Okay, yes, love your sweater. Well, there you go. I know I'm live. Thank you, Sue. Oh, yes, I am ready for fall. Even though I have my little fan going under this table because I'm about to burn up. But I am so ready for fall. In fact, Sis and I went to Hobby Lobby today because I have to put my fall tree up. I start with my fall tree in September, and I put sunflowers in it, and I make it so pretty, and it has lights, and when I'm watching TV at night, I turn it on. I just absolutely love it. Well, my other one got so old, I had to give it away, but I am waiting. So I looked at the trees, the Christmas trees, because it's my fall tree. Couldn't find one. So anywho, I'm still looking. So we are so happy that you're with us tonight. Now, you love these sunflowers? Go ahead and take a moment and drop a sunflower in the chat. I want to see lots of sunflowers. And last time I asked that, you guys were so good. You found those sunflower emojis and you just started dropping them. Howdy dowdy from Judy. Hey, Judy. Howdy. Do y'all remember Minnie Pearl? Oh, come on now. You got to remember her. Okay. We have people from Florida, Kentucky. We have everyone. So, oh, Marilyn, thank you so much. So let's see some sunflowers. And while I'm looking at that, looking for my sunflowers to get me going, those emojis, I'm going to head down to the crafting, down to the design table. And I'm going to show you what we got going on. Okay, tonight we're making this wow card in minutes. You can jazz it up. You can do so much. Now look at that. This is a flap card. Has a beautiful cover on the front. You can jazz that up as much. Ooh, look at those sunflowers. I feel so special. And you can open it up like this. Now, I have a couple tips and tricks for this. Plus, oh my goodness, I have a bonus for y'all because I know what y'all are going to say about this. I'm not even going to say it. I'm going to wait till the end. But this is such a fun card to make. And like I said, you can jazz it up. We have Jay Maynard. Oh, you are so welcome. So let's do this, right? Let's get busy. Okay. No, let's get busy, but let's play our first game. Let's get busy playing the game, okay? Let me see. What do I want y'all to play first? Okay, well, first, I just want to remind you that sometimes you just want easy, and that's what this card is. For those of y'all watching the rebroadcast, we're happy that you could join us. You know, watching the rebroadcast, that means a lot. But here is our first game. Now, I'm already in the fall mode, so look at that picture. Now, that's a picture of a pecan pie or a pumpkin pie. So, in the comments, I want you to tell me, are you a pecan pie person or are you a pumpkin pie person? This is our first game. I have my little bell here to ring. And while y'all are writing or typing pecan pie, I'm going to show you my nails for tonight. Look at that. I got some sunflowers. I got some sparkles. I just did my thumb and my middle finger to match my sweater. So we are just going to wait for people to tell us, are you a pumpkin pie person or are you a pecan pie person? And while we're waiting for the answers, tonight, as we make this card, oh, we got pecan. Oh, you know it, right? Pecan. And I think like one piece of pecan pie has like 1,500 calories. It's your calorie allotment for the entire day, right? And we're not talking about the whole pie. We're talking about one piece. But oh man, is it good. I'm a pecan pie person. And when I say pecan pie, I don't want you adding weird things to it like chocolate or caramel or bourbon or there's all kinds of things. I am a straight pecan pie person. We got pecan, pumpkin, pecan. We got probably, oh, Linda. Hey, Linda. Probably pumpkin. You know what? I like pumpkin bread. I just don't like it in my pie. We got pecan, we got pumpkin. Oh, Pam, you can have both. You absolutely can. There's always someone that wants both. Okay. The end of our first game. The end of our first game. So Sis is going to randomly select someone. We're going to see who is selected. And then we're going to move straight into our first card. This is so easy to create. I'm going to be watching to see who's been selected. Now, for your base card, you're going to need an 11 by 4 1/4. But I want to remind you, all the measurements will be up on creativemomentsbyg.com, my blog, probably around 7:15, 7:20 tonight. Okay, so you can go over there and you can copy and paste. Now, everything works. So you should be able to copy the picture of the card. You should be able to copy the text. So you should be good to go. We still have a lot of pecan pumpkins. Oh, we got a winner. Congratulations, Diane File. I think that's what it is, Diane File. Congratulations. So let's move into our first card so we can see how incredibly easy this is to make. So we have our base card. We're going to go ahead and bring in our trimmer, and we are going to add some score lines. Now we're going to turn it long ways, and we're going to score at 3.5. It is not scored like a top fold. No, no. Move your cutter out of the way. Go ahead and give it a good score at 3.5. And now you need to extend the arm, and we need to score at 9. So let's score at 9. Okay. And really, that's it for scoring. Can you believe that? I mean, how much easier could it get? Not much. Now, let's go ahead and this big piece over here that has the score line, it's the big piece. Let's go ahead and take that and fold it to the left. Bring in our bone folder, and it is hiding. Let's see, here it is. We're going to bring that in and give it a good crease. And then we're going to take this little bitty side right here. Thank you, Miss Lisa. And we're going to fold it to the left. Now this creates our flap card. And it's just like this. See how easy that is? But once you decorate it, wow, right? It gives you that wow factor that makes it look like it took forever to do. Now I know I rang the bell because we had a winner. So we already have a winner, and it's Diane. Okay. So the next thing we want to do is decorate it, right? So I want to show you the paper that we're working with. We're working with new paper, and we're working with a new stamp. But as I show you this, I want to remind you, use what you have. You might have a stamp from last year that's fall. Use that. I've been looking for acorns with leaves because I really missed that. And then look at this pumpkin. Oh my goodness. And yes, Laura, the measurements are on the blog, and the measurements are right there on Creative Moments by G/blog. But they won't be there until about 7:20 tonight, okay? So they're not there yet. So look at that. So pretty. Amber Autumn. Has some beautiful stamps. Look at this paper. Well, you know, I love stripes, right? So you're going to see that? That's what I'm using for my card right there. I'm using those stripes. It has that beautiful bronze stripe through it. Hey, Jan, Kathy. Okay, so use what you have, but just wanted to show you a brand new stamp set. So the next thing we need to do is think about how we're going to decorate this. Now look what I've done. I've taken some bronze paper because we are going to double layer it. And look at that. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? And we're just going to put that down right there. Nothing special. We're just going to bring in our glue, our favorite glue, and we are going to lay it down. Now I'm going to put a thin bead around the outside, and then just an X on the inside. I will tell you that when you cut this, the bigger one is 4 by 3 1/4, and then this smaller one is 3 3/4 by 3. And if you have directional paper, like you have leaves on this, you want to make sure they're going the right way. Now we're just going to add this just like that. So pretty. Where the decoration comes in, let me just tell you, is the image that you put on the front of the flap. That's where it comes in. Okay, so we're just going to lay this down just like this. And then I want to show you what I have for this bottom flap right here. I'm staying with the theme of this bronze paper, right? Hey, Mary, welcome. Debbie, I love fall. I love it. It's my favorite season. And look this time, there's that beautiful paper I told you about. Now we're going to go ahead and lay that down. And that's just going to give us a little bit of contrast. Joan, you are not late. You are right on time. Okay, now we're going to lay this down. Look, it's already starting to take shape. Let me go ahead and make that just a little bigger. There we go. Now I'm going to lay this down. Now remember I said at the end I have a bonus. Y'all are gonna love the bonus. Not that you don't love this, you do, I know you do. Now remember this glue, the reason I use this glue is it lets me wiggle, right? If you use a tape runner, you forget it. This is the new gathering together. Now this also has a stamp set, Gathering Moments. So it has some leaves, has some dies with it, has that beautiful gather. Oh, just gorgeous. Love it. So now we have this decorated. Let's go ahead and take a minute. Let's go ahead and decorate the inside before we start decorating that outside, okay? Now I'm gonna double mat it, but right here, I want to go ahead and put a little bitty design. So you're not gonna believe this, I know, but instead of stamping with the blue, I'm gonna go ahead and stamp with Early Espresso. I know you're like, what? What is going on? You never do that. Well, sometimes I do. When I'm stamping an image, I sometimes stamp in Early Espresso. So I just want to do a little bitty acorn right here. So we're just going to stamp it. Let's see, get it right there. Oh, look at that. Look how pretty that is. And I'm going to go ahead while I have it open. Well, not this. I'm going to close this. And I'm going to bring in my Night of Navy. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment on the inside. And that sentiment's going to say, blessed to have you in my life. So tap, tap, tap. We're just going to put it, well, I might have put mine down here. Somebody asked me, why do you do that? I don't know, because I want to. That's where I like to put it. So I'm going to bring in my blends. I'm going to bring in my pecan pie. I'm going to bring in my, let's see, my wild wheat. And I'm going to bring in a little bit of yellow. Now, let's bring in our handy dandy wheel and our sticky mat so I can turn it. Let's bring it in a little closer. And I'm just going to kind of flood a little bit this leaf. You know, this is the way I like to color. I'm not a traditional colorist. I like to make it easy for me. So I'm just going to color this. And then I'm going to color a little bit of this yellow. Then I'm going to come in with something else. I'm going to come in with the wild wheat. And it won't make much of a difference, but that's okay. And now I'm going to flood the little acorn with the lightest pecan pie. And it's still going to be pretty dark. But I'm just going to flood it using my brush nib. And then I'm going to come back in and I'm going to shade it just a little bit with my dark pecan pie. What do you think about this? Oh, the wheel. Check out our Amazon store. We have it listed. Sis can put the link. And then I'm going to go back in on the branch. And now, to shade, I'm just going to come in just a little bit on these areas that they have for us to shade. They already have it marked, which I like. Now remember, these are alcohol markers, so they evaporate, right? Now I'm going to bring in some orange right here. Is it orange or it's Cajun Craze? Let's see. I have light pumpkin pie. I think I'll do that. Give us that fall color. Now we live in an area where we don't really have fall trees in Las Cruces, but just right up the road in Cloudcroft we do. So look how pretty that is. So easy. This sticky mat also is pretty cool because it holds it in place. So we'll just move that to the side. And now let's add this. Look how pretty that's going to look. This color, Cajun Craze, is so pretty. It's kind of like a burnt orange, right? Love this color. So we're just going to add that, just like that. We haven't even started on the front yet. Oh my goodness. Ancient one. We're so happy you're here, Debbie, gathering together. Yep. Where'd you get the wheel? We answered that. Okay, and now we're just going to put this just like this. Okay, now let's add this down. Now, I'm going to go ahead and give you the little tip as we make this card so that you can decide where you want to put your decoration. So let me tell you a little bit before we go any further. This is a flap card from both ways, right? Flap, flap. Now, you can turn this into a gift card, right? Think about it. You need to think about all the possibilities. You would just put some tear and tape on these sides right here and then close it and it creates a pocket. You can do that. That works perfectly. But you don't want to put your sentiment underneath it. So if you're going to use it to create a gift card, which you might want to put your design up here, right? So think about that as you're creating this card. This one's going to be a flap card, so we're not going to worry about it. Now I'm going to give this a good crease. Just crease this. And another tip, sometimes when you have your mats already laid down, go ahead and turn it upside down. That way you're not going over your mat, which has a tendency to make it shiny and tear it up, and we don't want that. So we have our flap. Look how pretty that is. Now, where does the magic happen? The magic happens when you create a frame, you have the background, and you already have your cute little acorn already done. And I don't know if you can see that, but there's some Wink of Stella, and it was so funny on our Instagram account. Somebody said, "What the heck is Wink of Stella? What are you talking about?" It was so sweet. And let me show you, just so we can show everything. This frame right here, we love this stitched rectangles because it provides little stitched areas on the rectangles, and you get so many of them. If they ever retire this, we will never retire this because it is such a wonderful die set. So we have this, and we're just going to add this down. Now to do that, I'm going to bring in my silicone mat. And you think, and who said that? Diane said she loves that beautiful sentiment. Yes, I do too, but wait till you see the sentiment that we're going to put right here. Oh my goodness, so pretty. So what I'm going to do is lay this down first, and I'm just going to put a little bead around this mat. Just a very tiny, instead of adding it to the frame, this allows you to add a very skinny little bead. And now I'm going to add it straight to my base and hold it down just for a second. And pull it up, and there we have it. Look how pretty that is. So pretty. You're right, Stella. Wink of Stella, Stella. Okay, now look at this one. Oh my goodness, Autumn Wishes. So let's go ahead and bring in, now, another tip. You could use early espresso, but if I were you, I would put it in a stamping machine so you could stamp it a couple times to get it nice and dark. I think that would be very pretty, but I don't want to put it in a stamping machine, so I'm going to go ahead and bring in my Night of Navy. Tap, tap, tap. Make sure that it's loaded really well, and I'm going to put it right up here, right kind of in the center. Try not to get my head, and I'm going straight down, and I'm going to come straight up. Look at that, so pretty. And now I'm going to just decide how I want to add that. Oh, and I have another tip to share with you. Just full of tips tonight. So we just have to decide how we want to add this. Oh my goodness, this is the hardest part, right? Let's see, I'm playing with it a little bit. maybe, I don't know. Oh no, I wish I had some more leaves. Let's see, I could just add it right there, but I don't like things. I think that's kind of pretty. Yes, I'm going to add it just like that. But I want to add it on some dimensionals. So let's just bring in our dimensionals, and I need them right here. So let's flip it over. Just going to put some dimensionals, because I'm going to set it on top of that frame and the background. And you don't have to have a lot. Wink of Stella, you can get in our Amazon store. Oh, now I had this laid down just right. Okay, here we go, just like that. There we go. Oh, beautiful. Now I want to show you another tip. We did not have the right kind of gems, and so we brought in these gems, and we colored our white ones. We used pecan pie. We also used copper clay, and it was okay. But then I used copper clay on this pink, and wow, did it make it pretty. I liked it so much better. So let me show you what it looks like when you color over this pink. So these gems, you can color them. Look at that. You see how they colored? Just so much prettier. So now I'm going to bring in my take your pick tool. I'm going to use these little ones, and I'm just going to put one here, and then one here, and here. Oh, yes, yes ma'am. Okay, let's look at this. Oh my goodness, 96 today, and we had a cool day. I think ours was in the high 80s. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. Now let's add that to the front of our card. Now, look at this. Pretty. Okay, it's okay. You could do that. You could also add your image just right here. Or you could very quickly create that and add it to the front. And boy, does that make it pop, right? Now you want to make sure that you only attach this top part. So I'm going to center from the top to the bottom, side to side, so I can see that I need about right here, I need dimensionals. So let's go ahead and bring in our dimensionals. And we like to use everything, so I'm going to just bring part of this. This is a corner. Just going to add that. I'm going to add this. We like to use everything on our dimensionals. Making sure, let's go back and make sure we have it. So we need a little bit right here, maybe one in the center, and I'm going to take the backing off. Okay, thank you. Okay, hey, I wonder if there's an acorn in the emojis. Send me an acorn. I want to see who can send me an acorn. Who's the first person that can send an acorn in the chat room? I know, sis, I'm adding another game. You're gonna kill me, but I'm adding another game. Find an acorn, and the first person that can send it will send you a card. Okay, so I'm centering it top to bottom, left to right. Oh, and look at that. What do you think? Who has an acorn? I'm watching very carefully. Any acorns? If you're watching the rebroadcast, throw us an acorn. And look at that. You know what's also great is you could also write here. Okay, so we have our first card. I'm looking for the acorns. And what do you think about this card? If there's no acorns, I completely understand that. Drop me a heart if you like this card. Now, remember, I have a bonus for you because I know some of you are saying, I really like my cards to stand up. Don't worry, we got you. We got you. We're going to take care of you at the end with the bonus. Is that an acorn? Okay, Marty Burcarl. Burcarl, I don't know if that's an onion or an acorn. Oh, I see some leaves. We see some leaves. Oh, well, we see some acorns. So I'm going to say Marty was the first one to find it. So I think it was Marty. I'm not sure. We will go back and review and see. Let's see. I'm looking just to make sure. Yep, Marty. Okay, Marty, in case Sis didn't get that, go to our creativemomentsbyg.com and fill out the form. Give us your address and tell us you won with the acorn. Make sure we have your address so we can send you a card. Oh, thank you for the hearts. Love this. Love fall. Okay, are we ready for our next game? Oh my goodness, we have a little visitor. Okay, here we go. Here she comes. What is your favorite fall drink? Is your favorite fall drink a pumpkin latte? Maybe it's apple cider. Oh, that sounds good, but not today because it's too hot. What is your favorite fall drink? I want to know. So let's get busy in the chat room. And I'm going to put this right next to her because it's just so pretty. I like this card. I like it. Pretty. Now, another tip while we're waiting to see what your drinks are, you could put a belly band around this if it bothers you that it kind of opens up. Doesn't bother me. I think it makes it more interesting so that you can see, you know, there's something in there. Oh, we have a squirrel. Okay. Hey, Brenda. April, apple cider, hot apple cider. Ooh, Oralia, a s'more frappy. Yummy. Hot chocolate. Pumpkin spice for sure. Oh my goodness, Debbie. Hot Americano with heavy cream and lots of sugar. Okay, we have, let's see what else we got. Ooh, cinnamon tea, Jenny. Love it. A frappy. Hot apple cider. We got a lot of apple cider people. Mary, iced chai tea. You know, I know that's a really popular drink, but I can honestly say I've never had a chai drink. So I don't know what it tastes like. We have apple cider. Oh, Judy, that's right, on a cool fall day. Oh, yes, Giovanna says apple. I tell you, a lot of people like apple cider. Oh, my goodness. I guess Sis and I are going to have that. Okay, let's see. Okay, we are going. Gone. Second game is over. Let's see who gets randomly selected. We have to say goodbye to our cutie pie. Oh my goodness. Okay. So our next card, while we are waiting, I'll also try to see who the winner is. I know there's a delay on our part. Ooh, eggnog. Gail, nobody said eggnog. All right. Yeah. Hot chocolate with marshmallows. Yes. Absolutely. Now, what do you think about this card? The game is over. Don't you think it's an easy card? It's a wow card. Doesn't it have that wow factor? I think it really has a wow factor, and it's so easy to create. And when I show you the bonus, you're going to go, wow. Thank you. I know you are. Okay, Jamie Cumby. Make sure that you fill out that link with your address. We must have your address. So let's go ahead and move into our second and final card for the night. I tell you, we're just zipping through, aren't we? Now, as we do this, I want to remind you, hey, check out our Facebook page. We're doing lots of fun stuff over there. We take you right to the measurements a lot of times in our things that we do over there, so that makes it really easy. In fact, tonight I'm going to stay up late and I'm going to get our Facebook post ready so that when you do what it says to do, it'll take you right to the link in case you have trouble finding the link of the measurements. So make sure that you head over to our Facebook page. If you haven't followed us, follow us over there because we have lots of fun things going on. We also have our Instagram and our Pinterest. If y'all aren't checking out our Pinterest now, we have over 2,000 cards over there. Lots of inspiration going up. Thank you, Miss Jenny. I tried to coordinate the colors. Okay, so we have, right? We have our base card, and we know that our base card is 11 by 4 1/4. And we need to make some score lines, right? We need to score at 3 1/2 and 9. And to, of course, score at 9, we're going to have to, look at that, my guide fell off. It keeps falling off. Anybody have a tip to make my guide stop falling off? I don't know. It's brand new. I don't know why it's falling off. But we have to extend our arm, so we're going to score at 3 1/2. Make sure that cutting blade is out of the way. And we're going to score at 9. I just love how easy this card is to make. Really, I mean, that's all the scoring you have to do. It doesn't get much easier than that, right? I know, Judy, right? And that was 2,000 back when. Who knows how many we have now. So remember, we're going to put on our left hand this area that has a lot of space, right? And then we have a score line. So we're going to fold to the left. So this is the top part of it. And then we're going to take our right hand side and we're going to fold to the left. And this creates our flap card. Hey, Debbie, see you on Pinterest. Thank you. And then we're just going to score from the back. And that just gives us a really good, we're going to crease from the back, and that gives us a really good score. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is, how are we going to decorate it? Oh my goodness. Now look at this. We had some paper left over that had this gold foil. I can't remember the name of it, but we'll look it up. I don't know if it's retired or not. Excuse me. But anyway, you don't have to do that. Something else, if you only have like bronze or gold or any color, use your embossing folder and emboss it, and that will give it a really nice background. And then this time, look at that. We're going to add those leaves. Oh my goodness. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and add our little bead of glue all the way around. Put our X in the center. And then we're going to lay this down. Now, we're going to look at this and see if this is directional. Because if it is, we want to make sure we put it the right way. I think this is the way it goes because, oh, Donna, look at you. Because of the stem and the little mushrooms. So this is the way we're going to put it. Put some glue, some gum. Do I have to chew the gum first? Or do you want me to use like wax or something? I do like to chew gum. We're going to go ahead and lay this down. That is a fantastic idea. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Okay. So we're just going to lay this down right on top. And we continued that on the bottom. Look at that. We just kept that beautiful paper. So we're going to just lay this down. Oh, Lisa. Oh, my goodness. You're the sweetest. Thank you so much. Sis and I try so hard to come up with the directions that will make it easy, because really it's not fun if it's hard, at least not for us, right? So now we're going to look at it and we're going to say, okay, which way is, this is kind of funny. I think this is upside down because the leaf stem and the mushroom, I think this is the way it should go. But then that puts this leaf. So anyway, doesn't matter. That's the way I'm going to do it. So don't tell me I put it upside down because I'm trying very hard not to. Okay. So we have this. Oh my goodness. And you know what? This is also a wonderful card to use your pattern paper, right? Donna loves eggnog. You know, it's a little too creamy for me, Donna, but I bet if I made it just right, I might like it. But look at that. Pattern paper, pattern paper. You have some pattern paper you need to use. Do it. Do it this weekend. Only 1/2 one. Oh, Marilyn, thank you. Now, are you ready to color just a little bit more? Indulge me, okay? Because I absolutely love coloring pumpkins. I love it. One of my favorite things to color. I don't know why. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to flood the pumpkin with a light pumpkin pie. And I like to go ahead and just flood the whole thing because this is getting it nice and wet. We're just going to go ahead and be careful going around that leaf. I'm going to have to bring in the pencil nib for that so that I don't get it. Now I'm going to flood this one. And oh, I mean, pumpkins are so much fun to color. We're just going to flood it. Get it nice and moist. And now I'm going to bring in my pencil nib to go ahead and just get the areas that I didn't get. I need to go around this leaf very carefully. Okay, I'll go down here just a little bit. Now, I want to show you the magic in this. Okay, now, this is light Cajun craze. We could use dark pumpkin pie, but I don't have it. So I'm going to see what happens when I use, I think that'll be pretty. So now all I'm going to do is go over these lines. And I'm going to go over the areas that they're telling you you should shade. They have the lines for you already. Now I may make it a little bit thicker because I like to do that. And I'm just going to go like that. Now remember, these are alcohol markers, and so they will evaporate and lighten up. But I'm going to show you a little trick. So far that's super easy, but look how pretty that is. Already, very pretty, gave us some dimension. Now we're going to go over this one. I'm just going to go over those areas at the bottom where they tell us there should be some shading, right? They already have the little marks for us, so we don't even have to think about it. And then let me show you what we can do, because you might say, well, that's a little dark. That's okay. Come back in with the light and just go over it, and that will lighten it up. You don't want to go over it too much, but you can go over it just a little bit, and that's going to lighten it up. Oh my goodness, look at that. It looks 3D, right? Oh, Nancy, that sounds good. So it's not so creamy. Sounds yummy. Okay. And we add brandy. Well, of course you have to add brandy to eggnog or something, right? So now what we want to do is we want to color this squash. And I think that squash, at least that's what our squash looks like. Okay, so we colored that. We're going to color our little corn down here. Just go ahead and color him yellow. I don't want to take time to make it a colored corn with all different kernels, right? Okay, and now we're going to come in with some leaves, and geez, we're just going to, I guess, do yellow leaves because we don't have any. Maybe a little bit of yellow and a little bit of light pumpkin. And then, let's see. So see, we're just kind of coloring it up just a little bit. I love this. Okay, we're going to do that. Color that just a little bit. Come back in. So you can see exactly how we color it. Well, not to worry, because we already colored one for you so that you could see what it looks like. And we added wink of Stella. Miss Stella, look at that. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see, but it is so pretty. And look at that. And that's all we did. That's all we did on this one right here. So let's go ahead and back out just a little bit. Move this out of the way. Oh, and isn't that gorgeous? Now, once again, we've cut out our frame and we have our background. We're going to go ahead and add this just like that. So we're going to use our glue, but I'm going to lay down my silicone mat. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to just add a little bitty stream of glue. Just a little bitty stream. And lay this down. Okay. Oh my goodness. Well, I finished, let's see, what was it called? Rescue. Sis will tell you what it was called. Special Ops. Rescue Special Ops is what it was called. And it was an Australian series about rescue people, kind of like paramedics, but they call them rescue. Oh my goodness, y'all, that was like the best. It's kind of sad. It was 3 seasons and they had like 20 episodes in each one. Oh, it was fabulous. And I can't stress it enough. If you want some action and the development of the characters and the family, you want to see that. Okay, now we need to go ahead and stamp our message. And I'm going to stamp this beautiful Autumn Wishes again. And I'm going to use my Night of Navy. Do you see how easy this card is though? Here we go. Easy, easy. The die frames. They are called rectangle stitched framelets. Right there. Okay. It's so easy to create this card, and where the beauty comes in is that flap. Oh, hey, Ruth. Ruth, did you watch Rescue Special Ops? Is that a famous series down there? Okay, we're going to go ahead and stamp this. I'm going to try not to get my head in the shot. Let's see. First, I'm going to see where I'm going to stamp it, because I'm going to look at that. Ooh, pretty. Look how pretty. So I have to stamp it kind of high. So tap, tap, tap. I'm going to go straight down with it. Straight down. Oop, I got my head in there. And lift up. Oh. Now, I must have rocked a little bit because I was trying hard not to get my head in there. But this is really easy to fix. Let me show you. This eraser right here, it's called a sand eraser. Will absolutely erase that line. So that's a happy little accident that we can fix when we're not live. So let's go ahead and add some, where are my, oh, there they are, my dimensionals. We're just going, oh, that is so pretty. Love that pumpkin. I was so hoping to have some beautiful pumpkins for fall. And they did not disappoint, because these are quite beautiful. Okay, we're just going to add this right here. Oh, look at that, y'all. Look at that. Now, oh, isn't that gorgeous? Oh, so pretty. So pretty. And you know what? Susan is so right. We used a rectangle. You could use an oval, right? You could use a circle. You could use a square. You don't even have to have a die. You could use your trimmer and you could cut something to go on the front. So never feel like you have to have those dies or this stamp set or this pattern paper. You do not. So let's go ahead and add this to the front. We can see that I need to put my dimensionals about right here. We just want you to make cards and love making cards. You know, it's so much fun and it's therapy. Sis and I were talking about it. We've read so many articles about how it lowers your cortisol. It releases the endorphins. It helps you calm down. It makes you happy. So many wonderful things about crafting in general, right? But for us, it's card making. So there we have it. So top to bottom, side to side. And look, now we have to finish the inside, but wow. A wow card in minutes, right? Thank you, Marilyn. Thank you. Hey, Glow. Welcome. Now, let's go ahead and do the inside. Because we already have this beautiful paper, we're going to go ahead and just stamp a little area right here. We're going to go ahead and let's do that. And I'm going to bring in a piece of paper so I don't stamp the design table. We don't want that. But we also don't want to color a lot. So I might finish coloring because I want to show you that tip. Oh, look at that. Now I went ahead and I stamped it in blue. Now when you are coloring after you've stamped your image in Night of Navy, at least for this, you do need to wait. Don't start right away because it will bleed. That's why I typically stamp a lot of the images in early espresso because it won't bleed. This will bleed. So we're going to let that dry. And I'm going to go ahead and bring in Grateful for You. Look how pretty that is. So let's go ahead and stamp that. Tap, tap, tap. Now I need to make sure I go straight down. And straight down. Don't rock. Hold it there. Let the ink transfer. Ah! Did it! I did it! Okay, so far so good. We're almost finished with our second card. Go ahead and take a minute and pop a heart if you agree with me that this is an easy card to make. So pop a heart in the comment, in the chat, and let me see who thinks this is easy. So while I'm waiting to see those, I'm going to go ahead and see if this has dried enough that I can bring in, let's see, and you don't want to scrub it for sure. Yeah, it's good. There we go. Yes. I will finish coloring this off screen, but I'm just going to give you a little idea of what it will look like. Just kind of going over it just a little bit. Look how pretty that is. So pretty. We're going to do the pumpkin. Oh, let's get a little closer. You can't see that. I can't even see that. Oh, we got a bunch of hearts. Got a bunch of hearts. I'm so happy that y'all think this is an easy card because it is an easy card. Now we're going to come back in with our dark Cajun and we're just going to go over those areas. And we're going to let that sink in and do some of the shading for us. Now remember, once again, that will evaporate, but if it doesn't evaporate exactly as much as you want, you just go over it with the light pumpkin pie and that will lighten it up for you. Okay, we still have one more game and we're going to finish up and we have the bonus. So I will finish coloring that later. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you so much for all the hearts. Blessings to both of you and Marty. Yes, we need some fall cards, right? Now we can go ahead and lay this down because it will not bleed through this cardstock. So we're going to go ahead and lay this down just like this. And now we have our card made. Now, before I show you the bonus, I want to play our final game. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, look at that. Loving those cards. Loving those cards. I want to look at them. Okay, so for our final game, y'all, round and round. You know what's going to happen, I believe, on September 4th, which is, by the way, the next time we go live. We hope that you join us. We know that it's football season, but you can still join us. So my question to you is, would you rather go to a football game or would you rather go to a fall festival? Put that in the chat room. This is our final game. Hey, Crafting. We're so happy you joined. We are having cooling weather in Minnesota. Oh, I'll bet it is starting to get cool there. So let me know, would you rather go to a football game, or a fall festival? This is going to be interesting. And I will tell you fall festival, football. Oh no, Debbie, you're not going to come to probably our September 4th live. You'll be watching football. Okay, we have Fall Fest. Thank you, Miss Susan. Football. Jerry loves the cards. Fall. Minnesota Vikings all the way. Of course. Okay, fall. Football. Oh, Susan's a football. Okay, Susan, you'll have to tell us who your team is. Football. Minnesota Vikings. Festival, football. Okay, we have a bunch of football. After this, I'm going to show you a fantastic bonus that you're going to love. But let's see. Let's give people a little more time to answer football. Oh, we got a lot of Lori out in California. I wonder who your team is. Susan is football. Oh, well, yeah. Go, Pack, go. I can multitask. Yes, I can watch football and I can't go to a fall festival maybe, or maybe you could listen to it on your iPods or something. Football. Okay. Well, I used to watch a lot of football with my husband. Yep. Might have to be a fall festival now though. Go Detroit Lions. That's right. Okay. So we have a bunch. Third game is over. Sis, randomly select the winner and let us know. Hey, Sharon, Leslie, y'all snuck in on us. Kansas City Chiefs. Go, Judy. Y'all almost won a three-peat, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Yep. High school football. Oh, Lori, high school football. You probably have some sons or nephews or something playing, right? Okay, so we're going to wait to see who wins. Now, I'm going to move these. I'm going to move fall football. Congratulations, Nancy. Make sure y'all fill out that form. Okay, so we know that you want your cards to stand up. So I'm going to show you how to create a little easel that is so cute and you will love it. So we are going to cut a piece of cardstock 5.5 by 2 3/4. And now we're going to put some score lines. We're going to score at 1/2 inch. We are going to score at 1 inch. Okay. We are going to score at 1.5. And we are going to score at 3.5. Okay. We're going to take this out. And this part right here, we have a big rectangle and another rectangle. We're going to go ahead and fold this down to the left. Bring in your bone folder and give it a good score. And now we're going to take all these little ones and we're going to fold to the right. We're just going to accordion it. Fold to the left. Go ahead and give it a good crease and fold to the right and give it a good crease. Now, before you glue this together, decide which is your front, which is your back. You could always, on the front of it, stamp something so that it's super cute. Hey, Crafting by Sandy, right next door, neighbor. That's right. I used to work there for many, many years and make the drive every day. I know it well. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab our tape runner because we want it to really grab. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some really strong tape and I'm just going to put some tape right there on this little tab. And then I'm going to close that just like this. And look at this. We've made a cute little easel. Do you see that? And now we're going to put this on the back of our card. Now right here, you could stamp a cute little, you could stamp a message. You could color. But let's go ahead. Now, because I'm going to take this off, I'm going to use some removable tape. But you probably don't want to do that. So I'm just going to use some removable tape. And what's important is to line up this bottom with the bottom of your card. So make sure you have it. We're just going to line it up, use our finger. Make sure it's lined up. And now it stands up. I mean, hello! Right? Look at that. How cute is that? So from now on, when you have a card that doesn't stand up, all you have to do is use this design right here. Right? What do you think about that? Give me a thumbs up in the chat room if you love that. I tell you, I love it. I love, love, love it. And so there are our cards. Now, here is kind of a Christmas card that we did last year like this. Now, remember what I said. If you wanted to make this a gift card holder, just put your tear and tape right here, fold it over, and then you could tuck in a gift card and decorate this top part, right? Okay. So, take a moment and let us know which is your favorite. Not this one, because that's from last year. But from these two, which one do you like? The acorns or the pumpkin? If you're watching the rebroadcast, thank you for those thumbs up, y'all. If you're watching the rebroadcast, let us know which you like too. Okay, so I'm trying to see, did we forget anything? I told you that our next live is, I believe, Thursday, September 4th. We hope that you join us. I want to remind you again, hop on over to Facebook tomorrow. If you don't want to have to search for the measurements, we will have you add a little comment and we'll send you the link for the measurements. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest for inspirations. We love our lives, sis. You got it. You are so right. Let's see. Let's go back here. Okay, we just appreciate y'all so much spending your time with us tonight. We hope that you were inspired. And if you were, that you take a moment, if you haven't already, to subscribe, like, and share our channel and help us grow. Well, you know what we like to say. Until next time, Maudie and I wish you lots of creative moments and have a fantastic weekend. Bye.